Hey there, Psych2Goers, and welcome back to another video. According to statistics, only a small percentage of you who watch our videos are actually subscribed. If you haven't subscribed to us, do consider doing so if you enjoy what you see. It would help a lot with YouTube's algorithm in promoting more of our mental health content. Now, let's continue. We all have different ways of dealing with stressful circumstances. Maybe you like to go to the gym and work out, or maybe you like to turn the music up in your car and sing along to the radio when you're stressed out. Either way, these two types of coping mechanisms are good and healthy since they aren't harmful to you or others. But there are some unhealthy coping mechanisms that you might have due to stress that can be harmful to you and or other people. With that said, here are 5 common unhealthy coping mechanisms that you shouldn't ignore. Number 1, forced positivity. I'm sure you've heard the term good vibes only. This statement and its accompanying sentiments have become part of our societal culture. Of course, there is nothing wrong with having a positive mindset. Positivity can be a pretty powerful tool when you wanna manifest that in your life. However, the notion of only positive vibes have been taken to the extreme. Toxic positivity. Toxic positivity does not come from a place of genuine happiness. It comes from a place of denial, invalidation, or minimization. It's an attempt to display a positive disposition at all times, even when you're not in the best of moods. It's usually so excessive that the toxic positivity phrases are obvious. Some examples of toxic positivity are, don't think about it, be positive. Everything will work out in the end. If I can do it, so can you. Or it could be worse. When you force yourself to be positive at all times, you're barring and repressing your emotions, which can lead to doubt, shame, and relational problems with others. Sometimes life just sucks and no amount of positivity can fix it. It's all right to be angry, jealous, annoyed, or deeply upset about things. The good and the bad emotions are all part of being human. Number 2, isolating yourself. For now, being socially distant is our safest option, but there are other ways you might be isolating yourself without realizing it. Socially isolating yourself simply because you don't like the people who are around you is not a healthy habit. This can make it harder for you to relate to others overall when you do something like this. As a species, we are social creatures, and we crave and need proper connection with other people. You can learn a lot from the people around you. When you connect with others in a healthy manner through supportive conversations and good, healthy talks, you're allowing yourself to grow emotionally and mentally. Fostering your mental resilience can be helpful when times of stress do arise. If you feel anxious in social situations, try going to an event with someone you know, or reach out to a professional therapist who can teach you techniques to reduce the stress you feel caused by social situations. Number 3, fatalism. When something bad happens, our brains immediately embellish the event. That makes it seem like it's the worst possible thing to have ever happened to you. It's a mental trait that has kept humans alive for millions of years, so the same mistakes won't be repeated in need of survival. However, in our modern day society, it functions as a self-defense mechanism. You prepare for the worst, just in case, but this behavior might be causing you more stress than necessary. High levels of stress can lead to severe mental and physical health problems like depression and even heart disease. A tool to help overcome this need to catastrophize would be to allow yourself to think of the 5 top worst outcomes, and then ask yourself how likely they are to actually happen. If you feel like a bad outcome is truly likely, then plan for that one outcome. Create a plan that is flexible and doable in case it needs to change. This will give you a better sense of security going forward and create less stress in your life. Number 4, repressing your feelings. Are you repressing your feelings because you think that no one cares or that it's a waste of time? Often, this behavior is a type of self-defense mechanism that activates when you believe that you no longer have control over a certain situation. Whether you choose to overreact or underreact, you are not giving your emotions a chance to be aired out. While there should be a degree of emotional self-control in place, we should remember to be genuine with how we're feeling and express it calmly and reasonably in a way that does not harm others. If you are more likely to overreact when something goes wrong, notice any physiological changes. Usually, your body is a good indicator of how you're actually feeling. Taking a moment to meditate and ground yourself in your body can help you minimize stress and reduce emotional outbursts. There are other ways to shake out repressed emotions, such as yelling into a pillow, dancing, or working out. Number 5, romanticizing the past. The past can hold a certain appeal when we put our nostalgia goggles on, especially when the present looks dim and not as promising. Unfortunately, we can't resurrect the past. Things happened, and chances are they did not happen exactly as you imagined they would. Living in a nostalgic daydream of what could have been can rob you of opportunities that you need to be taking advantage of in your current present. If you find yourself taking frequent trips down memory lane, figure out what specifically appeals to you about those memories and try to recreate them in the present. The present can sometimes be dim and gray, but your perspective depends on how you choose to handle it. So, which of these coping mechanisms did you relate to most? How do you healthily or unhealthily cope with stressful circumstances? Share your experiences with us in the comments below. Please like and share this video if it helped you and you think it could help someone else too. The studies and references used are listed in the description below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more Psych2Go videos, and thank you for watching. Have you ever deeply regretted something you said or did? Sometimes we act on impulse or let our emotions get the best of us. We have so many emotions, it's easy for them to take control. The 5 basic emotions are joy, sadness, fear, disgust, and anger. And they can all splinter off into many more feelings like jealousy, nervousness and disappointment, gratefulness, contentedness, and satisfaction. It can be easy to categorize our emotional outbursts as simple reactions triggered by environmental stressors, but it is in fact possible to control them. If you begin to recognize yourself as the master of your emotions, there will be fewer moments of regret or upset in your life. Mastering your emotions is hard, but anyone can do it. In this video, we'll be giving you a few tips to help you master your emotions. Number 1, recognize and deconstruct your emotions. If you do not know how to articulate how or what you're feeling, it's difficult to master that emotion. But before you can articulate what you're feeling, you have to actually learn what it is that you're feeling. Developing a clear sense of what you're feeling can prevent binge behavior that stems from emotional stress. One way to develop emotional awareness is to keep track of your emotions. Ask yourself, what are you feeling and when did you start feeling that way? And what was it that caused you to feel that particular feeling? This practice of recognition prevents you from generalizing your emotions. For example, feeling bad can be broken down into many different ways, such as feeling anxious, frustrated, or afraid. Studies show that affect labeling helps reduce related stress and anxiety. Once you've developed a vocabulary for your emotions, you will then be able to deconstruct them down to physical manifestations. Physical sensations are the brain's natural way of coping with overwhelming feelings. Learning to recognize these manifestations can help you untangle yourself from your emotions. For example, if you're anxious, you may feel your heart race, your chest constrict, or have sweaty palms. When you're angry, you may feel hot, like the blood rushes to your face and neck and bubbles under your skin. You might clench your teeth or fists in anger. Or when you're sad, you may feel physically heavy and exhausted and struggle to motivate yourself to get out of bed. Number 2, develop emotional intelligence. Fostering emotional intelligence is perhaps the first step towards mastering your emotions. Emotional intelligence is a buzzworthy word, but what is it? Generally, emotional intelligence involves the ability to identify and name emotions, coupled with the ability to harness these emotions and apply them to certain tasks, and to manage your emotions. Cultivating emotional intelligence will help you better define what you're feeling in any given situation and thus tailor your reactions to fit the moment. You might often generalize your emotions. For example, spilling coffee on your favorite sweater automatically ruins the rest of your day. But if you learn to recognize what you're feeling at that moment, then you'll know what next steps to take so that it does not affect your entire day. Some skills that can help you cultivate emotional intelligence in your life are to practice self-awareness, learn how to channel your emotions, and figure out how to motivate yourself, and also cultivate empathy for others as well as yourself. Number 3, Learn new concepts. New experiences can open your mind and introduce you to new perspectives, which in turn allows you to create new behavioral patterns. Many of us prefer to rely on established behavioral patterns instead of adopting a new behavior model. But having an open mind about life and viewing situations from different perspectives helps you to recognize and accept personal responsibility for your own success or failures. You can learn new concepts by experiencing new cultures, learning a new language, or reading a book. Learning new concepts stimulates your neurons and helps create new connections. Scientists suggest practicing an activity that is challenging and complex to help with this. Number 4, practice self-care. Self-care can influence how well you master your emotions. Scientists at the New Mexico Highlands University have found that walking can increase cerebral blood flow, which creates mental clarity. Exercise also decreases the chances of ruminating thoughts and decreases neural activity in the subgenual prefrontal cortex, thus improving overall mental wellness. Some other ways that you can practice self-care are by practicing good hygiene, making sure you drink enough water, and getting enough sleep. Meditation and social connection also help you balance and let out your emotions. Number 5, savor happiness. Someone once said that happiness is like the weather. It comes and it goes. Hence, try and appreciate it when you do have it. During the moments when it feels like it's you against the world, happiness seems like a rarity and can be easy to overlook. But try to find moments of happiness when there seems like there are none. Congratulate yourself on something you've accomplished. Keep a positivity journal when you express gratitude for something that made you happy. It doesn't have to be a life-changing event. It can be something as simple as playing with a dog or treating yourself to some ice cream. Our brains are hardwired to remember negative experiences. So disrupt the pattern with remembering and holding on to happy moments, and this will help you to evolve past those negative emotions. Did you find this video insightful? Mastering your emotions takes time, patience, and willingness on your part. So it's important to be kind to yourself through this process, for it isn't easy and road bumps are bound to occur. If you have any tips about your journey towards emotional acceptance and clarity, let us know in the comments below. Please like and share this video if it helped you and you think it could help someone else too. The studies and references used are listed in the description below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more Psych2Go videos, and as always, thank you for watching.